ghostly trails, a terrifying night on the deliverer's road. In the heart of my college years, I found myself working the late shift at a small restaurant that stubbornly kept its doors open until the unearthly hours of 1 a.m. Most nights unfolded predictably, with customers either strolling in for a late-night bite or placing orders for pickup. Yet, every so often, the routine would be disrupted by a delivery request, an opportunity for me to escape the confines of the restaurant, drive through the quiet night, and revel in the extra tip money. On this particular night, my final delivery lingered in the ethereal hours. The order had come in at 12, marking the last stretch of my shift. Eager to complete the task and head home, I hopped into my car and embarked on the dimly lit journey. The GPS claimed a mere 15-minute drive, a routine that usually involved a brief stint on the highway before diving into a peaceful neighborhood. As I merged onto the highway, the solitary late-night road betrayed no signs of life. However, my rear-view mirror revealed an approaching vehicle, its headlights piercing the darkness at an alarming speed. Sensing potential danger, I navigated into the far right lane, expecting the other driver to follow suit. To my astonishment, the car careened into the same lane, slamming on its brakes perilously close to my vehicle. Bewilderment mixed with irritation as I questioned the motives of this reckless driver. The unnerving pursuit continued, the relentless tailgater refusing to relent. Anxiety set in as my exit approached, and I desperately hoped the unsettling chase would conclude once I left the highway. Yet, to my dismay, the persistent driver followed me into the labyrinthine neighborhood streets, plunging me into a realm of unease. As I delved deeper into the residential area, the ominous driver turned off all headlights, transforming the scene into a chilling tableau. Panic gripped me, the irrationality of the situation escalating. I had experienced aggressive drivers in the past, but this exceeded the realms of reason. I had done nothing to provoke such hostility. With the delivery destination in sight, a plan formed in my mind: swiftly reach the customer's door, seek refuge in their presence, and hope the aggressor would abandon his pursuit. I turned into the driveway, a decision that would prove to be both a refuge and a curse. The car that had relentlessly followed me pulled up alongside, plunging the scenario into further disarray. Before I could react, a disheveled man emerged from the car, violently swinging his door open. His incoherent yelling reverberated through the night, accompanied by aggressive hand gestures as he staggered toward my window. While the initial assumption was drunkenness, the situation took a menacing turn as he produced a small knife, brandishing it threateningly against the window. Fear surged within me, my instinct screaming to escape the looming danger. Swiftly shifting into reverse, I backed out of the driveway, only to find the knife-wielding man in hot pursuit. His manic screams and menacing gestures painted a chilling portrait of danger. Driving several blocks away, I pulled over beside a random house, desperately seeking refuge. Dialing the customer, I relayed the unnerving encounter. To my relief, they had been watching from their window and confirmed my safety. The aggressor had left, allowing me to finally complete the delivery. Back at the restaurant, recounting the surreal ordeal to my coworkers yielded skeptical glances. Understandably, the bizarre nature of the incident defied belief. It was an unsettling encounter that defied reason, leaving me to ponder the enigmatic motives of the knife-wielding pursuer. The night had unfurled a chapter of inexplicable horror, a tale forever etched in the shadows of my memory. Nightmare on Driveway Street, the dark side of delivery. Last year, the bewitching allure of the night compelled me to navigate its shadows as a DoorDash delivery driver. Juggling a part-time gig at a clothing store, certain nights held the promise of higher earnings, drawing me into the enigmatic tapestry of late-night deliveries. My town, peculiarly devoid of traffic even during rush hour, transformed into the canvas for my nightly escapades. On one seemingly ordinary evening, I embarked on a delivery mission after securing a substantial order from an upscale restaurant. The tantalizing prospect of generous tips and the simplicity of the job transformed the night into a moonlit bonus. Venturing into a neighborhood veiled in a dense canopy of trees, the grand houses concealed behind long driveways seemed to beckon from the shadows. The customer's abode wasn't far into this affluent forest, merely a couple of minutes away. The driveways, however, concealed the opulence within, prompting me to venture deeper into the enigmatic realm. Intent on reaching my destination, I turned into one such driveway, only to be abruptly halted. Two pillars stood like sentinels, connected by a chain that barred my entry. A sight familiar, yet the locked padlock suggested an unusual obstruction. Undeterred, I reached for my phone to inform the customer of my predicament. A voice answered after the first ring, explaining that unlocking the chain wasn't a straightforward task. Unease crept in, but the assurance that the house wasn't far urged me to continue. I embarked on a moonlit journey, the dark trees on either side casting long shadows that danced in the chilly night air. A minute into my walk, a disconcerting realization settled in: the darkness was more profound, the absence of lights along the driveway unsettling. The house, supposedly not far, remained elusive. Crunching footsteps echoed from the inky trees to my left, and my nerves stirred. "Who are you?" I called out, attempting to conceal the quiver in my voice. A figure emerged, a man extending a greeting. Claiming to be the voice on the other end of the phone, the customer, his presence was unsettling. His explanation of a shortcut through the trees contradicted the earlier assurance of a short walk. Uncomfortably close, he reached for the bag, and I handed it over hesitantly. As he turned to leave, a sudden pause gripped the air. "I forgot to bring your cash tip," he said, his eyes locking onto mine. A shiver ran down my spine, and I declined, hastening my retreat down the ominous driveway. His voice echoed, insisting on a quick walk through the trees, offering to drive me back to my car after delivering the elusive tip. Fear guided my steps as I quickened my pace. The crunch of leaves faded as he retreated into the dark embrace of the trees. Relief washed over me as I reached my car, and I sped away, concluding my nocturnal deliveries. The chilling encounter lingered, prompting me to report it to the police upon reaching the safety of my home. An officer assured me they would investigate, but the unsettling climax came when a call arrived hours later. The residents of the house, as claimed by the man, denied any knowledge of the delivery or the mysterious tip. Haunted by the spectral encounter, my nights are now painted with caution, a spectral reminder that darkness conceals more than just the unknown. The echoes of that unsettling night reverberate in my consciousness, leaving me to ponder the mysterious dance between moonlight and shadows, where reality blurs into the realms of the supernatural. In the silence of the night, a pizza delivery turned nightmare. A night that began with the ordinary humdrum of delivering pizzas unfolded into a spectral journey through the unknown corridors of darkness. Meandering through the labyrinthine streets of my town, I found solace in the rhythmic beats of my music, allowing my thoughts to drift into the vast expanse of monotony. However, the mundane drive took an ominous turn as warning lights on my dashboard flickered to life, their ethereal glow weaving an unsettling narrative in the dimness of the night. My car, a faithful but aging companion, bore the scars of countless miles. The initial alarms were shrugged off as inconsequential glitches, but the growing ensemble of warning lights foretold an impending mechanical malady. Nevertheless, I pressed on, my car's grumbling protests a mere background noise to the nocturnal symphony. The illusion of a false alarm shattered when the ominous check engine light flashed, casting an otherworldly glow before my vehicle sputtered to an abrupt standstill. Adrift in the inky void, I found myself in uncharted territory, a novice in the unsettling realm of vehicle breakdowns. Desperation surged as I fumbled with the ignition, hope dwindling with each fruitless attempt to reanimate my immobilized car. A glance at the desolate surroundings revealed a half-mile trek to the sanctuary of a gas station, the only beacon of civilization in the oppressive darkness. Informing the customer and my workplace about the predicament brought a mix of relief and uncertainty. My manager's casual dismissal of the pizza delivery duties provided a momentary respite, yet the looming question of what lay ahead lingered like a phantom in the shadows. Alone in the silence, I waited, the minutes stretching into an agonizing eternity. The encroaching darkness, intensified by the deadened battery, transformed my car into a cryptic cocoon. A glance at my surroundings revealed an unfamiliar terrain, where shadows seemed to dance with malevolent intent. Seeking a semblance of normalcy, I delved into the pizza box, indulging in slices of cheesy distraction. In the stillness, a solitary figure emerged from the velvety abyss down the road, drawing my attention like a moth to a flame. Instinctively, I doused my phone light, hoping to remain concealed in the cloak of darkness. The stranger, however, possessed an unsettling curiosity, casting an inquisitive gaze upon my immobile vehicle. The intrusion escalated as the stranger approached, knocking on my window with an expectation for it to yield. My vocal admission of helplessness only seemed to fuel his persistence. A disconcerting realization gripped me as his requests morphed into aggressive demands, the atmosphere thickening with an ominous tension. Silence hung in the air as his relentless assault on my window escalated, culminating in a thunderous attempt to force entry by violently shaking the entire car. Panic surged through me, and in a desperate search for defense, I unearthed a small screwdriver from my glove box. His intentions turned malevolent as he brandished a small knife, stabbing the window with a sinister determination. Jagged scars marred the glass, a testament to the relentless aggression that seemed to stretch into an eternity. My frantic cries for help echoed into the void, unanswered in the desolate expanse. The assailant's eyes, filled with a primal hunger for brutality, bore into mine through the foggy window, leaving an indelible mark on my psyche. Abruptly, the assailant ceased his attack, leaving a lingering silence punctuated by labored breaths. His eyes, filled with rage and disdain, pressed against the window, creating a surreal tableau of terror. One final, thunderous blow against the door preceded his retreat into the enveloping darkness. When my brother arrived, the scratches and dents on my car bore witness to the malevolent encounter. We hastily departed, urgently dialing the police on our way home. The scars on my door became more than mere physical blemishes, they were a testament to a brush with a malevolent force on that forsaken road. The memory of the predator's eyes, filled with a primal hunger for brutality, continues to haunt my every waking moment. It was a night when the thin veil between the mundane and the macabre was mercilessly torn asunder, leaving an indelible mark on the canvas of my existence.